effects. Microsoft Flight, Microsoft.
Alright, you guys, welcome back. Here we are. This longer flight. Some of it will just be the cockpit and flying. I might not be talking, but I told you we would do it, so we're flying from Pittsburgh. We're not going to Washington, D.C. On this flight tonight. We're actually going to Los Angeles. And then from there, they got me on a flight going from Los Angeles all the way back over to Washington, D.C. Yeah, there I got a long haul after that.
Parking brake on.
Waiting your confirmation for good engine
ESX
start.
waiting your confirmation for good engine start.
Alright, so on this part I gotta confirm by going to the menu.
GSX pushback in progress. GSX captain, ground, we have a good engine start.
There we go, good engine start.
Unlocking gear.
Engine 1, 0.0%, 1753 pounds thrust. GSX tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Thank you. And now let me look at
Ops
one
when
more
Sim
thing
Float
real
Pro 1
quick.
Cop Sim Float. Complement up of list main landmark button complete flight. Menu button collapsed sub menu flight. List with 4 items link current page link depth charts link arch link out of list progress bar 1 free flight Gazette KPI T28 LBSVOC.
28 left. Where we're
Microsoft
going.
flight Microsoft. GSX pushback in progress interrupt pushback 1.
Right is clear.
Stop here and complete pushback procedure 2. Abort pushback.
You gotta go to 28 left.
GSX have a good trip.
Alright, here we go.
GSX select parking facility at KPIT
28
Pittsburgh
left.
1 2 1. Runway 10L start 2. Runway 10R start 3. Runway 10C start 4. Runway 14 start 5. Runway 28L start 6. Runway 28R start. GSX follow me service request follow me 1. Yes 2. Just warp me there. Dialog pressed. Microsoft Flight Simulator X.
There we go. Now we're on the runway. Let's get things set up.
Flaps 40. Flaps 40.
Let's bring our flaps all the way in.
On runway 28
Flaps 33.
left. Flaps.
Flaps 31.
Always good to test your equipment before you take off, and I forgot I was doing a check on my flaps.
Auto throttle armed. Flaps 16.
Auto throttle is armed.
Flaps 7.
No, I want to go back to 10.
Flaps 1. Flaps 2.
Flaps 5.
Flaps 5.
Flaps 10.
Wind leveler off. Flaps 10. Wind leveler active.
Meter wing leveler. Flaps is set. Auto throttle is set.
Hit a T off. Hit a T on.
The heat is set. I believe we are good to go, you
KPIT
guys.
List stop. Property 8. Proper 1 half button. List flash through R20. List 8 fly M button. Fly plan M1 checkbox not checked.
8 left.
M but auto edit 8 altitude edit red only 01200. Microsoft Flight Simulator X.
Alright, I believe we are good, so let's get out of here.
Zero knots indicated. Parking brake off. Takeoff power active.
And here we go.
32 knots. 53 knots. 74 knots.
Autopilot master active.
94 knots.
Altitude lock active.
112 knots. 127 knots. 141 knots.
AP altitude 34,000
154
feet.
knots. 167 knots. 180
Takeoff
knots.
power off. Airspeed full active.
Airport.
And we are off.
190 knots.
Gear up.
Heading lock active. Wind leveler off. Yaw damper off. Gear up.
Yaw damper active.
15 feet ASL. Flaps
Flap
10.
10.
Altitude lock off. Altitude lock active. Flaps 5. Edmo, Pennsylvania, United States. 2.3 nautical miles, 160 degrees. Flaps 0.
Goodbye, Pennsylvania. Have a good night. We are out of
Wait
here.
cursor. Navigation off. Beacon off.
Oh,
Navigation off. Beacon
Good
off.
on.
Landing on. Imperial, Pennsylvania, United States. 3.4 nautical miles, 153 degrees.
Imperial, Pennsylvania.
Altitude lock off. Time en route to destination. 8 hours, 12 minutes, 16 seconds.
Now, right now it says 8 hours, but it's not going to be that. It's going to be about a 3.5 hour trip.
Forty-eight 30 feet ASL. 2638 feet per minute. Wind 335 with 5 knots. Gust at 0 knots.
Got a little bit of wind, but no wind gusts.
Wind
Wind
321 at 8 knots. Gust at 0
321 at
knots.
8 knots. 0 wind gust.
39 degrees.
39 degrees outside.
Stop recording. Normal cursor.
All right, everyone. Welcome back to BVI Pilots.
Microsoft Flight Simulator
We
X-Row on
are
column 2.
about to land here in Los Angeles. We took off from Pittsburgh, and it's been about a 4-hour flight. I'm hoping that this flight will indeed definitely make a little bit of money for the airline, and if everything worked out, you have seen the beginning of this video of us taking off as well. So we got about 90 miles to go. So until we start descending, I'm going to show you
Microsoft.
the Talking Flight Monitor newest airport updates that you can do with it. So from the sim, you will hit Control P, right bracket Control P, my correction.
Waypoints list.
That's going to open up, it's going to say Waypoints list. You're going to hit Alt R,
Taxiways. Airports. A.
and then if you tab,
Taxi,
you'll see airports,
A. Taxiways. T.
taxiways,
Gates. G.
gates.
Taxiway. Airports. A.
Right now, it's just airports that you can do, but future,
Taxiways. T.
there's going to be
Gates,
taxiways,
T. Runways.
gates, runways,
SID. S.
SID, stars,
Approaches. A.
approaches,
Airports. A. Taxiways.
then
Airports.
back. It's
A.
going to be great.
Taxiways. Airports. A.
I definitely give Andy and Jason a lot of credit for
Airports,
doing all this. It's really amazing. So anyways, let's hit enter on airports.
Airports dialog. Airports list.
Okay, the first list is the list where you're going to get your information. It's going to list all the airports or information that you're looking for. So you tab again,
Search field combo box name collapsed.
and this is for name, which is also, I believe, let's
Airport.
try it. I believe Alt N.
The minimum value field is not available.
No, it's minimum. Alt T.
Search type combo box contains collapsed. Search field combo box name collapsed.
It's not Alt T.
Airports.
Let's try it over. So you start here on the list. There's nothing on it right now. Hit Alt I.
Search field combo box name collapsed.
Yeah. So if you're looking for a specific airport, you can put in the name.
ICAO contains.
You can search by ICAO, the airport code.
City contains.
You can search by city,
State province.
state/province. Right now, you can't use that part of it. It gives a error. Just to let you know.
Country contains.
Country, that does work.
Bearing between.
Bearing between. So if I wanted to look between the heading of 0 and say 100, I could get that.
Altitude between.
Altitude between. So if I wanted airports that was no higher than 500 feet on
AC altitude 1900
altitude.
feet.
Okay.
Distance between.
And there's
Altitude lock off. Altitude lock active.
Distance.
Altitude between.
And let me check
Waypoints
something.
list.
Because I think
Microsoft Flight Simulator X minus 873 feet per minute. Minus 1138 feet.
okay, yeah, we're
Altitude lock off.
descending, so I gotta pay attention to this
Airspeed
instead.
at 31,000. 33,000. Hold 280 knots. 286 knots indicated.
Hey, look at that though, huh?
APIT. Altitude lock active.
Oh, let me turn off the beeping.
Even speed no progress bar updates. Speed progress bar updates. Keep for even speed no progress bar
Okay.
updates. Proper 1/2 button.
1/2.
ANJLL, :59, ANJLL.
Well, yeah, okay, we're descending because we're coming up
List
on.
ANJLL route star course. 33,000.
Well, I'm gonna say Angel, but it's ANJLL, but Angel is what we're coming up on, and the altitude for that is 19,000 feet. This is
Property page 8 list. Descent between 19,000. Property page ANJLL 425L. Property page ANJLL 425L. Preview. Property page CLP URLs 25L. Preview. CLP URLs 25L 23 of 31 level 2. Fiddle 25 CLP URLs 25L 20.
Yep, this is gonna be an iOS. I had to refresh my memory.
Proper
on that
1/2
for a
button.
minute. I couldn't remember if I did iOS or no.
ANJLL,
Um,
53, colon.
But we got about 53
Altitude
miles
lock
to go before we get
List
to that.
ANJLL route star.
But what I
list.
like to do
Nav 80 flight M button. Flight hold in checkbox not M button. Flight plan M1 checkbox check M button.
is I still like to watch my speeds.
30,005, 31,000. Hold 280 knots. 287 knots
And
indicated.
this very well could be why I end up having problems with the 777, because maybe, I'm messing with doing the speeds myself, but I do it with every other plane. I don't have any problems, so I don't know. I'll probably do a flight with deck or something and figure out what I'm doing wrong. All right, so
31,000, 29,207. Hold 280 knots.
we got a hold speed of 280 knots. And
Altitude lock off.
by the time I get to
Altitude lock
10,000, I'm definitely going to be around 250 knots, maybe 240. And I also like to look at my waypoints.
KPIT
Take a
flex
look at them here
PLN.
for a minute.
Proper list. Descent with property page 1/2 button.
All right, so
ANJLL colon 45. ANJLL.
45 miles.
List ANJLL route star course 233 Alt FT 19,801 KTS 281 Let IAM route star course 239 Alt FT 17,643 KTS 280 Leg NM 8.8 times 0
280 knots for the next
Oil
one.
route star course 239 Alt FT 14,743 KTS 280 Leg NM CRCUS
280.
route star course 241 Alt FT 13,104 KTS 275 WIPZZ route
275.
APPR course 251 Alt FT 9270 KTS 230 Leg F Judo route AP WITZZ route APPR course 251 Alt FT 9270
At
29,000
9270, I should be at 230 knots. So
Judo route APPR course 251 Alt FT 8375 KTS 230 Leg NM 3
230 on that
Endo
one.
route APPR course 251 Alt SNNAK route APPR course 251 Alt FT 6401 KTS 220 Leg K8 route APPR
220.
course 284 Alt FT 4783 KTS 213 Honda route APPR course 250 Alt FT 3581 KTS 205 Leg NM 4.4 Top Limit route Honda
Okay,
route
so by the time I
APPR
get
course
to-
250 Alt FT 3581
before 3,000, I need to be
AA
at
under route APPR course 250.
least-
Alt FT 3581. ATS 205.
200 knots.
Lima route APPR course 250. Alt FT 1900. ATS 184. Leg NM 5.6. Odd route course
Then
250.
184.
List unknown. Property page ANJ 1 app button. List Alt FT total. Leg NM 1008. Flags route R25L course 250. Alt FT 126. Leg NM 4 points. Fly M button. Fly holding M. Fly plan M1 checkbox check M button.
Okay, so yes, I'm going to be working with the speeds here.
23,007. 26. Hold 280 knots.
Now, guys, I do plan on fixing my audio so you're not always hearing my reader. I need to install the virtual cable again and see if I can get it working the right way. Last time I installed it, it was just really skipping out a lot, and I can't have it doing that when I'm, doing videos.
23,005. 26. Hold 280 knots.
And when I get to
26,000 feet.
18,000, I'm going to bring it down to a hold speed of 270. When I get to 14,000, I'm going to go to 260. And then when I get to 11,000, 250. And then 10,000, I'm going to have it down to 230. That's the plan.
22,005. 25,000. Hold 280 knots. 284 knots indicated. Altitude lock
And
off.
I'll tell you guys another, by the way, those of you that fly, another good website that I've done some flight plans on, and they seem to be pretty good with being up to date, is
25,000 feet.
flightplandatabase.com. You can download it right from the site, and it includes the SIDS, the stars, all that stuff. So, just a thought, and it's quick and easy to do, but some people probably don't use it because they figure that there's stuff better, but it works for me, so that's what I do.
20,000. 24,000. Hold 280 knots. 20,612 feet angle. 24,000 feet. Big Bear, California, United States.
Big Bear, California. California. No doubt about it. California. No doubt about it. Let's see. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, I have turned on the no smoking sign. If I smell another cigarette coming from the back, I will be forced to eject you into the pits of hell. No, I'm just kidding. It's interesting how
23,000 feet.
things have changed so much as time passes. Back in the 70s, you could fly on a plane and then let you smoke and all that. But things have changed since then. And, people think, oh, well, people just like adding rules. Think about why things have really changed, though. They've changed because of the environment, of the people that don't follow,
Altitude lock off. 22.
rules, that don't have
Altitude
respect.
lock off.
That it's honestly because of what our world has become today.
15,008 feet at 21,000. Hold 280 knots. Out. 286 knots indicated.
I mean, you didn't have to worry about someone acting out like that back in the 70s, be on a plane smoking a cigarette, and then someone decided, oh, I want to smoke some pot on the plane. You didn't worry about that stuff back then. But now we do. It makes you wonder, why is it that as time passes, laws become more serious because crimes become more serious? It's a scary thing to think about.
13,970 feet at 20,000. Hold 280 knots. 285 knots indicated. 13,655 feet.
Oh, you know what, guys? I'm not even...
20,004. 13,003. Minus 1198 feet per minute. 12. 20,300. Hold 280 knots. Out. Set autopilot airspeed. Enter airspeed. At selection removed. Microsoft Flight Simulator X. 12,000. 20,000. 20. Hold 280 knots. 12,000. 19,000. Hold 280 knots. 285. Hold 280 knots.
Let me look at something real quick.
API. List. Property page. Proper 1/2 button. List. All FT total. Flags route R25L horse 250. All FT 126. Leg NM 4.6 times 0. All FT total. Leg NM 1800. Flags route R25L horse 250. All FT 126. Leg NM 4.6.
Okay.
Drop lift. M button. Fly autopilot. Fly M button. 19. Fly autopilot HL pulse check. Vertical speed edit red only minus 700. Airspeed edit red only 280. ES check airspeed 200. Selection removed. ES check box check. Microsoft Flight Simulator X. 13,000. 18,000. Altitude hold 270 knots. Enter air selection. Microsoft Flight Simulator X.
Okay.
13,000. 18,000. Hold 260 knots. 281 knots indicated. 13,000. 18,000. Hold 260 knots.
You got me
Altitude
tell when
lock
you're
off.
coming into
Altitude lock
Los
active.
Angeles, there's a lot of mountains that you're coming in. Your
18,000
AGL will
feet.
go
Altimeter
from
1013. 29.92
20,000
inches.
down to almost 12,000, like that quick.
14, 17, hold 260 knots. 272 knots indicated.
There we go.
14,000, 17,005, hold 260 knots. Altitude lock off. Altitude lock active.
Now we're doing okay. But as I was saying, it's
14,300, 17,002, hold 260 knots.
it's unfortunate what we,
Altitude lock off. Altitude lock active.
with the way things seem to get worse as time passes with all the different crimes that are committed and
14,000, 16,000, hold 260 knots. Hold 260 knots. 14,000, 16,000, hold 260 knots. 16,000, 15,193 feet at.
now AGL back up to 15,000. So when you're ever coming into California and you see that, don't be alarmed. It will end up evening out pretty good.
16,141
Altitude
feet
is
ASS.
16,000.
14,903 feet
AGL at
at.
14,000.
Altitude lock off. Altitude 60, 14,260. Hold 260 knots. 14,000, 15,909 feet ASL.
Now we're at 14,000 AGL, 15,000 ASL.
263. Hold 260 knots. Next waypoint. Flags. Distance 56 nautical miles. Bearing 247 degrees. 11 minutes. 11 seconds. 14,003. 15,004. Hold 260 knots. Altitude 265 knots indicated. 14,001. 265 knots indicated. Hold 260 knots. Altitude lock off. Altitude lock active. 15,056 feet ASL. 13,768 feet at. 14,960 feet ASL. 262 knots in. Hold 260 knots. Set autopilot. Microsoft flights. Hold 255 knots. 13,000. 14,000. Hold 255 knots. 263 knots indicated.
Good so far.
Total fuel 4,911 point. 13,000. 14,000. Hold 255 knots.
We're going to be a little over on fuel, but I'm not worried about 3,000 pounds.
12,000. 14,000. Hold 255 knots. 261 knots indicated. Fontana, California, United States. 1. Flaps 1. Enter airspeed. Selection. Microsoft Flight Simulator X. 14,000 feet. Altitude lock off. Altitude lock active.
Going ahead and slowing down.
Navigation on. Beacon on.
Lights are coming on.
12,000. 13,000. Hold 250 knots. 256 knots indicated. 254 knots indicated. 12,000. 13,000. Hold 250 knots. 251 knots indicated. 251 knots indicated. 12,000. 13,000. Hold 250 knots. 251 knots indicated.
I know it gets kind of annoying probably to the viewers. You guys have to hear the reader, but I got to do it this way, and I stay on top of my speeds constantly. It's really no different than a sighted pilot using their eyes to look at the speed and all that constantly.
11,000, 12,000, hold 250 knots, 254 knots indicated. 11,007, 12,672 feet ASL. 255, hold 250 knots. Enter airspeed. Microsoft Flight Simulator X.
We're looking at the waypoints. By 9,000, it wants me to be at 230 knots, so I'm slowly...
11,200, 12,004, hold 245 knots, 253 knots indicated. Flaps 2. Minus 1024, 10,000 knots, 11,000, hold 245 knots, 250 knots indicated. Enter airspeed, edit selected 245. Selection. Microsoft. 10,000, 11,000, hold 240 knots, 250 knots indicated. Altitude lock active, flaps 3. Flaps 5. 10,000, 11,000, hold 240 knots, 246 knots indicated. 11,001, minus 1099 feet, 10,407, 11,090 feet ASL. 244 knots indicated. 11,000 feet. 10,320 feet. 10,938 feet ASL. 10,232. 10,008. Hold 240 knots. 10,120. 10,748 feet ASL. Altitude 10,066 feet at 245 knots. Hold 240 knots. 9965 feet at. Enter airspeed. Microsoft Flight Simulator X. Altitude 97.7. 10,200. Hold 230 knots. 243 knots indicated. Flaps 5. Flaps 10. Altitude lock off. Altitude 237 knots indicated. 91. 10,000 feet. Hold 230 knots. 236 knots indicated. AP. Prop list, descent, property page, proper 1 half button. WIT colon 1, hold WITZZ. List, flags, route, arc, odd. Limit, under, route, AA, route, SNN, Enzo, route, judo, route, WITZZ, route, APPR, course, 251, alt, FT, 9270, judo, route, APPR, course, 251, alt, FT, 8375, KTS, 230, leg, Enzo, route, APPR, course, 251, alt, FT, 7239, KTS, 225, 1 half button. Judo, 1 half. List, Enzo, judo, route, APPR, course, 251, alt, FT, 8375, KTS, 230, leg NM, 3.4, time, 00834, fuel LPS, 400, Microsoft Flight Sim, 9, hold 230 knots. Enter airspeed, select, Microsoft Flight Simulator X.
We're moving down to 125, or 225 knots.
87.6, hold 225 knots. APIT flags T. Prop list. Dialog. Property page Judo 1.0 1 app button. Altitude lock. Judo cold 0. Cold Judo. List Judo root. Enzo root. APPR course 251. Alt FT 7239. Prop. Fly holding check auto type fly M button. Fly plan M1 check M button. Fly plan M2 check M button. Microsoft Flight Sim 71 82. Hold 225 knots. Set autopilot select. Microsoft Flight Sim 72 8082. Hold 220 knots. 230 knots indicated. 8,000 feet. API key flex PLN. Proper dialog. Property page. Proper 1 app button. Enzo colon 2. Col Enzo. List Enzo SNNAK root 8. Enzo root APPR course 251. Alt FT 7239. KTX 225. SNNAK root APPR course 251. Alt FT 6401. KTS 220. Leg NM 3.1. K8 root APPR course 284. Alt FT 4783. KTS 213. Leg NM. Microsoft 69. 73. Hold 220 knots. 220. Enter airspeed. Edit. Microsoft. 67. 71. Hold 210 knots. 220 knots indicated. Flaps 10. 7,000 feet. Altitude lock off. Altitude lock active. Flaps 15. 65. 69. Hold 210 knots. 216 knots indicated. Auto brake position 3. Auto brake maximum. Auto brake position 3. Auto brake position 2.
NAV1 has localism.
66
Localism is alive.
216 knots in.
Runway heading to
Approach mode active.
51.
Flight slow pull. Enter airspeed selection. Microsoft flight. 61. 6389 feet ASM. Hold 200 knots. 213 knots indicated. 208 knots indicated. 209 knots indicated. 210 knots indicated. 6125 feet ASL. 5820. Minus 988 feet per minute. 57 60 10 feet. Hold 200 knots. 209 knots indicated.
Alright, looking good so far.
Flaps 25. 55. 57. Hold 200 knots.
Glide
202
slope
knots
is alive.
indicated. 201 knots
NAV1 has
indicated.
glide slope.
201 knots indicated.
Down
201 knots
25%.
indicated. 56. 5388 feet ag. 201 knots indicated.
Down
55
26%.
19. 5307 feet ag. 5279 feet ag. 199 knots indicated. Hold 200 knots.
Down
199
26%.
knots indicated. 5177 feet ag. 5320. Hold 200 knots. 199 knots indicated. Minus 879
Down
feet per minute.
26%.
5214. 5036 feet ag.
Looking good so far,
4990.
guys.
5131. Hold 200 knots.
Down 25%.
Set autopilot selection removed. Microsoft. 4843. 497. Hold 180 knots.
Down
199 knots
25%.
indicated. 100. 4688 feet ag. 198 knots in.
Down 28%.
Set
69%
autopilot
right.
selection removed. 106. Microsoft flights. 449. 46
Down
12.
26%.
Hold 160 knots. 188 knots
32%
indicated.
right.
187 knots indicated. 4350. 4478 feet ASL.
Down
Again, like I said, you can
26%.
see I'm controlling my speed
2% right.
4250.
and
4384 feet
just
ASL.
slowly bringing it
Hold
down.
160 knots. 177 knots indicated.
Down 25%.
Set autopilot airspeed. And select
22% left.
Microsoft flight. 4070. 4250. Hold 150 knots. 171 knots indicated.
24%.
Minus 823 feet. Next
39%
waypoint, flags,
left.
distance 14 nautical miles, bearing 252 degrees. 168. Hold
Down
150 knots.
23%.
Set autopilot
50%
airselect.
left.
Microsoft Flight Simulator X. 3811. 39.
Down
Hold
22%.
140 knots. 161 knots indicated.
54% left.
Flaps 31. Belga 3689. 37.9. Hold 140
Down
knots.
21%.
154 knots indicated. Flaps 40.
54% left.
So far, we're looking good.
3562 feet ag. 36
Down
Hold
20%.
140 knots. 148 knots
47%
indicated.
left.
3581. 3446 feet ag. Next waypoint flags.
Down
Distance 12 nautical
20%.
miles. Bearing 145 knots
left.
indicated. 143 knots indicated. 33 34
Down
knots.
19%.
Hold 140 knots.
28% left.
3271 feet ag.
And I'll bring the speed down one more time here in a minute to 135.
Down 18%.
I'll go over how I did this speed on once we get
17%
landed.
140. 32 4. Hold 140 knots.
140 to hold speed.
141 knots indicated.
We're at 141.
Down 16%.
3045 feet ag.
7% left.
141 knots indicated. 29.7.
Down
Set
15%.
autopilot air selection.
1% right.
All right, I'm going to go to
Microsoft Flight
135.
Simulator X. 3,000 feet. 2861 feet ag.
I'm getting ready to drop my
Down
gear.
13%.
Altitude lock off.
7%
Next
right.
waypoint flags. Distance 10 nautical miles. 2770 feet
Once
ag.
we get to about 2,100 feet,
2748.
Down 8%.
2860 feet. Hold 135
12%
knots.
right.
135 knots indicated. 2716 feet ag. Minus 394 feet per
3%.
minute. Next waypoint flags.
14%
Distance
right.
9 nautical miles. Bearing 2658 feet ag. 135 knots in. Hold 135 knots.
Up 11%.
we're right at
14%
135.
right.
2587 feet ag. 2685 feet ASL.
I always check my AGL and my ASL.
Up
Always
7%.
2,500.
pay attention to
13%
that.
right.
All right, we're going to go gear down at 2,500.
138 knots indicated.
Up
Gear down.
21%.
Hold
9% right.
135 knots. 137 knots indicated. 2292 feet.
Up
2390. Hold
20%.
135 knots.
6% right.
137 knots indicated. 2159 feet. 137 knots
Up
indicated.
16%.
And then sometimes I put my
3%
flaps
right.
all the way out. It depends.
Wind 0 at 0 knots. Gust at 0.
We've got no wind.
Up
1959.
11%.
2068.
1%
Hold
right.
135 knots. 137 knots indicated. 2,000 feet. 1841 feet ag.
Up 6%.
137 knots indicated. AP altitude
1%
100
left.
feet. 1703 feet ag. Minus 853 feet per minute.
Up 2%.
137 knots
2%
indicated.
left.
We're looking good. We're right at 137 knots.
Gear down.
Down 2%.
1485 feet ag.
2% left.
Double checking my gear.
136 knots indicated. 1355.
Down 5%.
1512 feet 8. Hold
2%
135 knots. 135 knots indicated.
Down 6%.
1158 feet ag.
2% left.
135 knots indicated. Hold 135 knots.
Down 7%.
1,000.
I mean, our speeds are looking really good, you guys.
900
Down 5%.
135 knots indicated. $920 feet ag.
Down 3%.
135 knots indicated. Landing rate minus 700 feet per minute. 807. 970. Hold 135 knots. 136
Down
knots
1%.
indicated. 808 feet ag. Minus 728 feet per minute.
Down 1%.
650. 750. Hold 135 knots.
Down 3%.
136 knots indicated. 547 feet ag.
500.
Down 6%.
430.
400.
Hold 135 knots. 137 knots indicated.
Down
300.
15%.
136 knots indicated. 255 feet ag.
200.
Down 24%.
Auto throttle off. Air
100.
wind leveler active. Approach mode off. 80 feet back.
Minimums 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
On ground. 119 knots.
Spoilers
110 knots. 100 knots. 88 knots. 76 knots. 65 knots.
Park and brake on.
54 knots.
And there we go.
43 knots. 32 knots.
That's a pretty smooth landing, I think.
21 knots.
Good deal. All right.
GSX select parking facility. Select parking facility at Flex Los Angeles in 121. Runway 6L start 2. Runway 6R start 3. Runway 7L start 4. Runway 7R start 5. Run. KPIT Flex T FS Airlines. KPIT Flex TLN
I'm gonna look.
Microsoft. Landing rate minus 563 feet per minute. KPI F. Button. Button. X button. Exit button. End flight button. Pressed.
In flight.
Next F. KPI location. KP Flex Flex. Arrival land budget. 14,1854 nm. Distance. 4 points duration. S116. Passengers. Land. Next.
Go to
Button.
next.
Next button. Pressed. FS Airlines. 2640 KPIT. Location KP 2640 $. Tickets. First. Budget. 14,005 minus 580 $. Crew catering. 200 for cargo. Amount 2919 $. At bonus. 4,467,000 X 300. Profit. No 2627 $15. Profit multiplier. 20 salary percentage. Next. Exit.
Okay, that was good.
Button. Next button. Pressed.
I'm just getting this out of the
FS
way, and
Airlines.
that way I can.
Flags. Location. Plus us budget. 17 blank. 17,001 blank. Home. Options. Flight information. Fly. Exit. Bottom. Exit.
Good deal.
Exit. Home. Option. Flight information. Fly button. KPIT Flex TLNFS tram.
All right, let's go ahead and.
GSX select parking facility. Select parking facility at Flex Los Angeles in 121.
All right, let's get these
Runway
guys
6L
out
start
here.
2. Runway 6R start 3. Runway 7L start 4.
runway.
Runway 7R start 5. Runway 24L start 6. Runway 24R start 7.
Nope.
Runway 25L start 8.
Nope.
Runway 25R start 9.
No.
Gate 70 suitable parkings. GSX select position all gate positions 191. Gate 5 small JS2. Gate 6 small JS3. Gate 7 small JS4. Gate 8 small JS5. Gate 9 small JS6. Gate 11 small JS7. Gate 13 small JS8. Gate 21 medium JS9. Gate 22 medium GSX follow me service request
we
follow
go.
me 1. Yes 2. No 3. Just warp. Dialog. Arrest. Microsoft Flight Simulator X.
All right, let's go ahead and shut down.
Number 1 ignition off. Number 2 ignition off. Number 1 fuel valve closed. Number 2 fuel valve closed.
There we go. I'm gonna talk to you guys about the speeds here in a minute.
Com 1. 121.40. Number 1 generator off. Number 2 generator off. GSX activate ground services. Activate ground services 1. Request departing 2. GSX departing requested. Select operator at gate 21. Select handling operator 1. American Airlines 2. American Airlines white logo 3. Alaska Airlines GSX default choice 4. Alliance ground 5. Delta Airlines 6. Frontier Airlines 7. Southwest Airlines 8. United Airlines 9. United Airlines white logo. GSX handling by Alaska Air. GSX no jetway can operate at this position.
I never can get the jetway. I got it one time.
GSX there are no passenger stairs. You will not see passengers visually.
Anyway, so
GSX departing passengers now. Package unloading in progress.
now this is
GSX
not with the
2263 passengers departed. GSX package unloading complete.
I tell you differently.
GSX no zone jetway docked. You will not see passengers visually.
With this, But the smaller ones in
GSX
777, like a
140, 263
737,
passengers deported.
any of those, I control the speed, and as you've seen, I did just fine.
El Segundo, California, United States,
Now,
1.7 nautical miles,
that's a problem.
190 degrees.
Can't do
GSX
that.
263 passengers deported. GSX 263 passengers deported. GSX deporting completed.
And I'm not sure why yet, but so what I did was usually by the time I get to 9,000 feet, I'm at about 240 knots. When I get down to around 8,000, sometimes 7,000, I'm at 230. When I get down to 4,000, in most cases, I'm at around 200 knots. Okay? And you don't gotta do it that way, but it's just the way I do it, and it seems to work for me. Now, I try that with the 777, and I run into problems. Tried to let FS Tramp do it, I ran into problems, so I need to get a long flight in and do it again. Which I plan on doing next day or so. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope that the first part of this video worked out. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, will you? Give us a thumbs up to show your appreciation. And I had someone cited ask if they could ask me questions about my vision and flying, and I want you to know that I don't mind talking to you about being visually impaired. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't offend me. I am 100% kosher with who I am and with what my disability is and with what I can and cannot do. So please feel free to ask any questions. I'm not saying that, oh boy, I can fly on this sim. Put me in the cockpit. I'm going to fly this thing and take off. I'm confident that I could do it if I had the information being given to me. But, I'm hoping to be able to get in an actual real sim and try it sometime. Letting someone give me the information. I'll get in there. Maybe ask them where the switches are that I think I need. And then see how it works out. So, anyways, guys, till next time.
Hope you guys
have a good day.
Stop recording.
Stay safe, and we'll talk to you soon.